Airstream Basecamp 16X versus Bambi 16RB. Which small Airstream actually fits your travel style? If you are looking at the smallest Airstreams you can tow almost anywhere, the decision comes down to two models, the Basecamp 16X and the Bambi 16RB. They might look similar on paper, but they're designed for very different ways of traveling. In this video, we'll break down exactly how those differences show up on the road and over longer trips, so you can decide which one actually fits your needs best. At first glance, both trailers carry unmistakable Airstream DNA, polished aluminum with riveted panels and rounded lines that feel timeless. But once you stand them side by side, the proportions begin to tell a story. The Basecamp 16X comes in at just over 16 feet long, while the Bambi is about an inch longer. That difference is functionally meaningless. Height, however, starts to matter. The Bambi is actually the taller trailer overall and sits at roughly 9.5 feet, while the Basecamp stays closer to 9 feet. Width matters even more. The Basecamp is noticeably narrower at around 7 feet wide, compared to the Bambi's 8-foot width. That single foot can make a difference when navigating narrow access roads or older campgrounds. The Bambi feels more planted and residential. The Basecamp feels more agile and compact. Both trailers do an excellent job of bringing light inside. Each offers at least 7 windows, which is impressive at this size. The Basecamp adds an extra element with a skylight to increase overhead light and reinforcing that open and outdoors first feeling. In practice, this means both interiors feel brighter than you would expect from a 16-foot trailer, but the quality of light feels different. The Basecamp emphasizes views outward and upward. The Bambi emphasizes consistent daylight throughout the cabin. Neither approach is objectively better or worse. It just gives you something to factor in as a buyer, especially when you think about how you want the space to feel from morning to night. One of the most important shared traits between these two trailers is the 3,500-pound gross vehicle weight rating. That number is what allows these Airstreams to be towed by vehicles like Subaru Outbacks, Honda Pilots, Honda Ridgelines, Toyota Tacomas, and other midsize SUVs and light trucks, assuming proper equipment and ratings. Move even slightly above that threshold, and many of those vehicles are no longer options. Both the Basecamp 16X and the Bambi 16RB stay right where they need to be to remain accessible. Where they diverge is cargo capacity. Roughly speaking, the Basecamp can handle well over double the added cargo weight of the Bambi. Bikes, water gear, recovery equipment, or simply packing heavier for longer off-grid stays all favor the Basecamp. The Bambi, by contrast, assumes a lighter packing style and more reliance on campground infrastructure. Another difference that shows up quickly is ground clearance. The Basecamp 16X comes lifted from the factory by roughly 3 inches compared to standard travel trailer ride height and rides on larger all-terrain tires. These provide better grip on gravel and uneven access roads. This does not make it an off-road trailer, but the added clearance and tire choice do give you more confidence when road conditions deteriorate. The Bambi 16RB sits lower to the ground with a more traditional suspension setup that contributes to smoother highway tracking and better overall stability at speed. The trade-off is that you become more selective about rougher rutted access roads. These differences also influence how the interior space is shaped and used. Step inside the Basecamp and you immediately notice how open it feels. The ceiling height is generous near the front and tapers slightly toward the rear, where seating converts into sleeping space. That taper is a trade-off, which allows for the trailer's distinctive shape and flexibility, but also reduces overhead storage. It shows how the Basecamp is built around openness and adaptability. Bambi takes the opposite approach. Interior height remains consistent from front to back, and roof lockers run along the cabin. This consistency makes the space feel more traditional and makes storage easier to manage. Pantry items, clothing, as well as everyday essentials all have clear homes. These differences tend to matter more on longer trips. Both trailers also come equipped with compact but capable kitchens, and both make smart use of covers that turn sinks and stoves into prep space. The Basecamp's microwave is optional and allows buyers to prioritize storage instead. The refrigerator is a 3.1 cubic foot DC unit that cools quickly and has a low continuous power draw, especially when paired with lithium batteries. Power outlets are thoughtfully placed to make it easy to run appliances like coffee makers or air fryers. The Bambi includes a microwave as standard equipment and carries the same DC refrigerator. Overhead cabinets above the kitchen provide pantry storage that the Basecamp simply does not offer. The sink configuration differs slightly, but both are deep enough to be genuinely useful. In day-to-day use, the Basecamp kitchen feels like a support system for outdoor living, while the Bambi's feels like part of the living space itself. Bathrooms reveal another philosophical split. The Basecamp's wet bath includes a porcelain toilet, a durable shower setup, and a pass-through shower head that can be used outside. That outdoor shower capability is more than a novelty. It matters when you are dirty, sandy, off-grid, or all three together. It comes with a fresh water tank just over 20 gallons and a combined gray and black tank sized for independence. The Bambi's wet bath is laid out differently. The toilet is lighter to keep overall weight down, and storage is integrated into the bathroom itself. While there is no pass-through shower, there is a dedicated exterior shower. Tank capacities are slightly larger and support longer stays with hookups. Overall, the Bambi bathroom feels more finished. Sleeping arrangements further highlight the difference in intent. The Basecamp's rear seating converts into a large sleeping surface that can comfortably accommodate 1 or 2 adults and potentially children, depending on configuration. The space is flexible but shared. Bambi offers a different solution altogether. A fixed rear bed paired with a convertible front dinette allows the trailer to sleep up to 4 adults. More importantly, it allows for separation. That distinction alone can determine which trailer works for a family and which works best for couples. For both Airstreams, climate systems differ in subtle but meaningful ways. The Basecamp uses a non-ducted air conditioner with a heat strip rated around 9,200 BTU. The Bambi's unit is more powerful, closer to 13,500 BTU, so it's better suited to cooling in hot and humid campgrounds. Solar capability tells the bigger story. The Basecamp can be optioned with more rooftop solar for longer off-grid stays. The Bambi supports less rooftop solar due to roof space and intended use. Both trailers can be equipped with substantial lithium battery capacity from the factory, with long battery lifespan and serious off-grid potential. The main difference is how that power is intended to fit into your travel style. Pricing reflects these differences. The Basecamp 16X carries a lower MSRP, typically listed around $58,000 to $60,000 in recent model years, reflecting its utility-driven design. The Bambi 16RB is priced higher, with MSRPs commonly in the mid to upper $60,000 range, due to its additional sleeping capacity and more residential interior features. Actual pricing can vary by dealer and market conditions, but the gap between the two models has remained relatively consistent. You are not paying more for added length, but how the trailer is intended to be used. The Basecamp 16X is built for people who value access, those who want to carry gear and also stay off the grid longer. If you're someone who sees the trailer as part of the adventure rather than the destination, the Basecamp is for you. On the other hand, the Bambi 16RB is built for people who value comfort in a small footprint. Families, campground travelers, or those who want classic Airstream living without the burden of towing something large. It rewards routine and ease. At the end of the day, choosing between the Basecamp 16X and the Bambi 16RB comes down to how you want to travel, and not simply by looking at which one sounds better on paper. Each one is built with a clear purpose, and the right choice is the one that fits your routine, your destinations, as well as your expectations on the road. If this breakdown helped you think through that decision, leave a comment and let me know which one you would choose. And for more informative content like this, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one.